Every negative situation has a positive in it. You just have to be smart enough to find it. Rather than complaining and dwelling and swimming in your sorrow. Find the positive in your negative. Let's talk.
Like diamonds, I'm watching how you glow.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ here, coming through your TV screen, your phone screen, your laptop screen, and beyond, giving it to you blunt. Force. Trauma. Get it over with. Hear me now. Alright. There are going to be a long list of negative situations that you're going to find yourself in. First thing I'm asking you, as the person on the other side of this video, stop complaining about it. Stop ending the world over it. Stop beating yourself up. Every negative situation has a positive in it. You, as the person in the situation, just simply have to be smart enough to see it. I'm going to give you a very unique story, a very good example. A couple years ago, while at a stoplight intersection, I found myself in a car accident. Now, this car accident was literally so simple and ended up in a very bizarre ending. Okay? I was driving behind someone. They took an abrupt stop because someone swerved in front of them. I was too close to them. But the roadway was under construction. So their vehicle, the person ahead of me, was on a different level than my vehicle. So my vehicle was lower than theirs because the pavement, the roadway, was being resurfaced. So the roadway had different levels. Now they stopped, their car being on a higher level than me. I was too close to them, so I couldn't stop fast enough. So my car ended up going underneath theirs. It was still a bumper to bumper, but because my car was on the lower level, the hood ended up underneath their bumper. That simple transaction, when I made the phone call to my insurance, a couple hours later, they sent someone to assess the damage on the car. After I had gotten it towed, I got a Uber, whatever the case may be. I got home. The first thing out of that bad situation was the person that got hit decided not to make a big deal out of it. They didn't, even though they had lots of reasons to. They we just exchanged insurances and we made the calls, took care of it. Police came, made a report. Everything was filed. They took it easy. Didn't complain. Didn't say nothing. Didn't act out. Nothing. That was the first good thing that came out of the bad situation. Now, there's another bad thing that came out of it. My insurance decided that, hey, they didn't want to pay for that car damage. So they wrote off my car as being totaled. Even though the damage on my car was not as expensive as they're making it out to be. They just didn't want to repair it. That's very interesting because I was in a unique position of paying too much money to finance that car. Yes, so my car loan had an insurance on it, the actual car loan. So if the car got totaled, the contract was set up where they would just write it off. The insurance would just write it off, and then I would get another car. So the insurance would pay the difference for me, and then I would then go out and try to get another car. So a $13,000 financed car was off my back. So I was now in the position of getting a new car cheaper. So I did that. I went to my car dealer and I got a better and cheaper car. Funny enough, that car that got totaled was eating so much into my expenses that I almost couldn't pay for it. It got totaled. I got a chance to restructure my finances in a way that worked better for me. Mind you, my car just got totaled and I had to do without a car for 2 weeks. But here comes the beauty of the bad situation. I got a less expensive car that I was more able to afford, which I paid off in 4 months. Ooh. Bet you didn't see that one coming. I could have gotten mad. It was a bad situation. But that bad situation got me out of a worse one. So every negative situation has a positive. When that situation happened to me, I was angry on a lot of levels because it put me so far out of my way and it was a really huge inconvenience. But I was still complaining about having to pay all of those expenses for that car because I was in the space of trying to build this brand that I have on social media. No, I was in the beginning stages of building it. So I was trying to figure out where the finances are going to go, how the money is going to get spent, and I had a car on my hands that I couldn't afford to pay for the entire time of the loan. Luckily, I had an insurance on the loan, and then the insurance company paid off the difference, and I got a chance to buy another car. Cheaper, better, and it fit more into my finances. What happened is when they totaled the car, as the insurance company, they were gonna we're gonna give you money for the worth of the car, and then you go and buy, whatever the case may be, another car. But because I was contracted in a loan, the money worth for the car, they gave it to the lender, and that car got paid off. And then I had an opportunity to refinance another car, way cheaper, which I then paid off in 4 to 5 months. How would I possibly have seen the positives in that situation if I dwelled on the negative? Every negative situation you find yourself in has a positive to it. You just have to be smart enough to find it. Every, no matter how dark it seems, even if the situation is the death of someone, the death of something super tragic, there is a positive in that situation to be received. You simply just have to find it. I never take bad situations as bad situations anymore. After that scenario that I just explained, I had a brief phase that I went through of seeing things differently. And it's really crazy that it took that situation to actually show it to me. Because when I ran into the situation, I was like, oh my God, my insurance rates are going to skyrocket through the roof. This is going to happen. That is going to happen. The crazier part about it is my insurance for my car got cut in half after I got the other car. So I had an overpriced car that I couldn't manage to pay for, and I had an insurance that I couldn't manage to pay for because of that overpriced car. And I got a better car for cheaper with a cheaper insurance along with it. Out of a bad situation comes a good one. That's just one story I want to share with you and keep it real with you. When you find yourself in a bad situation, stop simply interpreting it as a bad situation. Yes, it's bad. We all know that. But trust me, there is something good in it. If it's not something to learn, if it's not something to realize, if it's not something to accept, there is something good in it. So you, as we keep it real with each other, find the positives because you are smart enough to find it. With that being said, with that being understood, it's your boy AJ. I'm keeping it real with you 100%. I love you. And I'm signing out.